Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From way up at the 23.
The Chargers take over first down at their own 29.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The Chargers at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Setting out to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Weston. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Running on 1st down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Looking left side, and it's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
He finds his target, Allen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. He finds his man complete. That's Flowers. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Herbert now. And he'll
just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Hopkins' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
But I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
He finds his man, complete. That's Simmons. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2nd and 9 now. And once again, this is Sanders. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Got his man, it's Thornton. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. He's got room at the 30. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 50. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He finds his man complete. That's Simmons. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Weston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some...
He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL, but I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Herbert. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. Caught by Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And now it's blocked. And the Broncos have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Weston. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
He finds his man, complete. It's Simmons. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Weston's pass complete to number 87. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw again. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Rolling to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Completes it to Austin. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw. Weston. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. To throw on second down. Weston, throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Sanders will score. Touchdown, Broncos. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
They'll elect to bring it out here. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Herbert going to throw. He's got Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3.
Throwing, Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. Working with second and 5 now. Herbert to throw. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. It's Eckler again. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Justin Hopkins for the Charger field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have clawed out of the end. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Chargers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half.